So I want to start off with Professor Berkemeyer. I'm very happy you made it possible to join us this afternoon. So you very convincingly said right now that you followed your calling. How so?
Well, thank you, Sylke. It's great to be here. Well, how did I follow my calling? I'll be truthful, I always wanted to be a professor. I didn't know where, but I wanted to be a professor. I landed in Germany. It was a chance experience. Oh, it's a beautiful chance. Serendipity, I would say. Happens, beautiful things happen, private reasons. And I never gave up my goals. That's one thing I would like to tell the group here. Never, ever give up what you want to do in life. Just follow it. Be true to yourself, do it, and you can do it. That's how it just happened.
Okay, so what is, I think we'll get some more details later on, but so what fascinates you about teaching?
Teaching. I'll be honest, I come from a family of teachers. Both my parents have been teachers, and I love teaching. I love young people. For me, it is very important. It's one of the biggest biggest job in the society to give the knowledge and the competence from my generation to the next. And I see this as a privilege, it's an honor. And there is a bit of I love doing it. I love to teach. I know the teaching, we have a very high teaching load, 18 SWS, that's 18 times 45 minutes in a week. You got to love that in order to do that. And I think I like being with young people. I want to give the knowledge further. I want to keep up the standards of my discipline. And that keeps me very highly motivated. I don't know if that answers the question, but I can gladly elaborate.
So you've moved around quite a bit, and also since you moved to Germany, I have to look at my sheet here. Your academic career started in Delhi, and then you went on to the UK. You moved then to Germany eventually, and here you already lived and worked in Bonn, in Bochum, in Essen, in Münster, again in Bochum, and finally, now you ended up in Osnabrück. Now, why was that a good choice?
Now, it's an academic career, the classical academic career in Germany. And I must say, originally I have been at the university line, as you said, we just got at the introduction. We are an applied university. I'm very thankful that I got to know about the applied universities. I didn't know initially. Initially, I didn't know about the applied universities, and that's why it's a great thing that you're here at the Roadshow to know about it. Perhaps if I had known about the applied university, perhaps I'd been a professor even earlier. Who knows? I didn't know about it. So it's a classical academic career where you get taught a tenured contract. But the idea, I can also follow the idea, it keeps you alert. It lets you to practice and learn new things. And I must say, with every career move that I have made, I've gone through 3 or 4 university hospitals and positions there. I have made a jump. It was not just that the system required me to change. I have actively searched out the change, because when I see I change an institution, I grew as a human being. I grew in my competences. I grew in what I could deliver. I grew in my competencies of soft skills, social interaction, communication. And that is, if I would just stay in one institution, I wouldn't be that rich, you see. So looking back, I treasure that experience. Even so, when you go through it, it can be a bit of a hard, you got to be tough. You got to be tough to be a professor.
So I'm sure you have to be, but you also just said you're quite grateful that there are such things as universities of applied sciences. Now, if you're a professor for nutritional sciences, if you could just give examples who you collaborate with in practice.
In practice, now nutritional sciences, if you start about nutritional sciences, I'm a dietitian as well as a nutritionist, and I love the nutritional sciences. And I have brilliant collaborations. I have local collaborations within the applied university, and I love to be interdisciplinary and, if I must say, interprofessional. I consider the nutritionist modality, since we are a health service profession, so to say. I work very closely with people who are very technology adept with, let's say, programming, computer sciences, IT, as you would say, as well as artificial intelligence. I'm very happy to get to know Antonia Garcia. Antonia, I don't know you personally, but I do have a certain favor for researching with nutrition in space. I'm in a part of a consortium, but you know, you and I could connect us. Maybe we can do something together.
Yeah, that would be very interesting, for sure.
I'm making a new connection right now.
I've got all the contact information. I will pass them on.
Perfect.
I'm in a moon consortium.
Okay. So,
and I like the one thing. If you would give me a few minutes more, we have to get back to people. What I like most about we've got our feet on the ground. We are real. We're solid people in the sense we just don't talk about labs and what's happening at the clinical level. It is for me of utmost importance to get it down to people. We are here for the people, and that transfer is of primary importance for me. And applied university allows me that. It celebrates it. I have been disappointed in maybe in some other instances because I don't see any use of doing anything which is of not use for mankind or humankind, as you want to say.
Having said that, you've been in Germany for quite a while already, and when we talked, prior to this event today, you told me when you came to Germany, this was it wasn't the path you followed originally, right? And when you arrived, you knew exactly 4 words. Which were these?
1, 2, 3 auf Wiedersehen in that pronunciation.
Oh, yeah, 5. Okay.
Auf Wiedersehen is one concept.
Well, so you've seen changes, right, in the system of higher education in Germany. If you could, tell us a little bit, and encourage people to come to Germany to really try and why it's worthwhile.
Well, I really have gone through a massive change in the German academia. When I came, we were required to really learn German, and it was a bit of a grounding experience with my 1, 2, 3. So I had to really learn German, but it's a big advantage. Please don't be in Germany without not having learned the language, because if you don't know the language, you don't understand the people, you don't understand the culture, you don't understand the psychology, you cannot really understand the students at the end of the day. So that's an important competence that we need to acquire, and it doesn't have to be done overnight, but it's nice. But when I came in, one had to come in with these finished products in big contrast to today that we could begin and then kind of develop further. So it was a bit of a, how would you say, how do I get along here? What can I do here? Because I could only really, international language was English, and it wasn't very open at that stage to just English-speaking academics. And in this period, it has gone a massive change. We can now come into Germany. We can start with the English language. We've got teaching in the English language, and we've become very open. I consider myself as part of this openness and part of this change management, as you want to say. And not just me, the entire Germany. It's a wonderful experience to have gone through it. I'm very happy.
And I'm glad you are, and thank you very much for joining us.